or
Yeah.
contests, scaffoldings. You do it all.
Yeah, pretty much, mate. It's just sort of, I guess I'm the go-to guys. We've got live action here in the blue, parks it up under the lip, and
Nice.
big old roll to finish. So, I'm just sort of the go-to guy. Get the event up and going, and just ensure that the riders, the officials, Terry, Greg, whoever, just has everything at their disposal, so you guys can roll in and run out the best event you possibly can.
Yeah, we appreciate all your work. Currently out in the water right here, 26 minutes remaining. Ben Player in the red jersey, the Brazilian Magno Passos in white, Mitch Rollins in yellow, Drew Innocent in blue. They are currently out in the water, 30-minute heat, 26 minutes remaining. And as you can see, beautiful, beautiful wide angle shot behind these guys. And the channel, that's probably the best seat in the house.
Is it ever? And,
Look at the sun.
the sun is out. The conditions are holding good for right about now, but I suppose it's sort of similar to last year's final. We had some pretty wild, raucous conditions, but these riders are amazing. They're super athletes, and they can adapt to all conditions. We've sort of seen probably 3 or 4 sides of the box over the last 3 or 4 days, and I guess this isn't exactly the way we want to finish, but hey, while there's waves and while we've got some action, let's get it done.
I'm looking around the commentators booth, and the winds were hectic 2 nights ago. I mean, it almost knocked over our center pole here
Yep.
in the tent. I mean, you're right. We've seen a lot of faces from Margaret River.
Yeah, it's just this time, autumn's when we see the winter swells start to march on in, and I suppose a few of the riders are going to hang out and see what this 5-metre swell delivers. Fingers crossed, maybe some North Point action, but we'll wait and see. But hey, it's mellowed since yesterday. The winds are sort of light and variable at the moment, so as far as an event director, we got to run in these sort of conditions here at the box.
Awesome. All right. If you didn't hear, last heat number 2, we saw a last-minute change. So in 4th place, Dallas Singer. In 3rd place, it was Michael Novi. In 2nd place, it was Chad Jackson and Dave Winchester winning that heat. Chad and Dave move on to the quarterfinals. Michael Novi and Dallas Singer, they're going to pull up a seat and watch the rest of the show.
Yeah, well, commiserations to Novi and Dallas, both super talented guys, but, we're down to the business end here, and Kingy's been, Winnie, has been coming here for as long as I can remember, and Chad pretty much has a little bit of real estate out there on that box reef. So good to see a West Australian through to the quarterfinals, and obviously really looking forward to seeing Ryan Hardy out in the next heat too.
Yeah, coming up next, you're going to see Ryan Hardy, Andrew Lester, Alex Udonga, and Jacob Romero. You can see Dave Hubbard is suited up. Either he's going to be a board caddy or he's out in the channel getting the best seat in the house. Andrew Lester, I wonder what he's listening to.
Probably something. Looks like he's psyching up. So love to see that little competitors area. Cool little area. You see other guys go through their different sort of warm-up techniques. He's just cruising at the moment by the looks of it.
What do you say, Seal? He's listening to Seal?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, Celine Dion.
But Manny, have you been enjoying yourself here in the West? Has it been fun?
Always. Every time I get out to Australia, it's just unbelievable. The drive from our apartment to the box, I see little baby ponies. Those miniature ponies
Yep.
are like right off the road in this guy's yard. Kangaroos.
Plenty of those.
Unbelievable seeing these things bounce around. And the wineries, it's just from a 5-minute drive from our place to the box. You see so much.
Yeah.
This place is incredible.
Yeah.
I have yet to get out to the wineries. Next couple days for
Yep.
sure, we'll get out there, and just incredible to see what has happened in the last few months here. I heard. I didn't even know about the brush fires until
Yeah.
I ran up to the beach the first day I got here, and it was
Yeah.
just devastating to see. I don't know how many acres were burned, but were you in the area?
No, we were actually on the East Coast at the time. We had the WA junior team over at National Titles, and we were just getting phone calls and messages saying, hey, half of Margaret River is on fire. So, we've seen a few of the images there, the old Wallcliffe House, as we've got live action here in the white. This is the Brazilian, the runner-up here last year. So Magno, probably a little bit used to the conditions and probably be looking to go one better. But yeah, the fires have really devastated a lot of the Margaret River community, and it's good to see some of the stuff growing back, but it looks a little bit like the moon over here at the moment. So it's something you've never really seen before. Generally lush green headlands, and here's the replay of the last of white.
All right, yeah, Magno Passos comes around and just looking for that section now. Not much of a barrel there for him, so he punches through the lip with a roll and calls it quits. The reflex replay giving you that shot. So, but yes, Mother Nature resilient. She's already spouting back. On the way here, green pretty much starting everywhere. Look at this, yellow dropping in. That is Mitch Rollins. Finds a big section and another
Boom.
big roll right there. He has one of the cleanest, most cylindrical rolls
Yeah.
in the business. Mitch Rollins with a beautiful bottom turn, big roll right there. So the conditions, I mean, it could be worse. That's what I always say.
Certainly, certainly. You know, there was some barrels in the last few heats, and really, when it's a little bit wild and raucous, the box probably prefers a nice, clean swell lining up. As we see the last of
Mitch
Mitch
Rollins.
Rollins again, just spots his section, big old bottom turn, and just perfect timing with the lip. You can see him just getting some great elevation. Drew Innocent in the blue.
Oh, a little bit choppy right there as he goes through the
Yeah.
lip and goes for a maneuver but cannot pull it off. The wave just shut down on him. Drew Innocent, definitely one to watch in this heat as well. He's one of those underdogs that come out
Yeah.
from nowhere and just take down the big hitters.
Well, he's made it through from the trials at Gas Bay and super consistent. He's just been sort of ticking away through his heats. But I saw a bunch of the guys up at Smith's Reef towards Yelling Up yesterday, a little bit more protected as far as the winds go. And Magno, Drew, Novi was out there, Dallas. It was a bit of a who's who in the zoo. But
That's cool.
the guys have obviously got the hire cars and they've got the ability to go to world-class locations, not just this one, the box, as we see red here. This
Ben
is
Blair.
a nice bowly wave, but Ben obviously knows outside section didn't really offer him much. Nice little invert on the inside.
Well, that's that's the beauty of these riders, and you need stamina. Look how hard Ben Player is paddling out to the lineup.
Yep.
There's a priority system in place, which means pretty much whoever gets out to the lineup first. You just saw blue and red right there. They look like Ben Player just paddled right past Drew and maintained. Look at that. Priority. Drew had no idea Ben was going to come up from behind and get that priority away from Drew. Drew has got to keep in mind he is in a contest.
Yeah, exactly right. This isn't a free surf session, and I must say, really impressed with the four-man priority system. I haven't seen it in action, but the guys seem to, it's almost gentleman rules a little bit. You know, if you get a wave, you go to the end of the line and wait your turn. But I think it's really good. The guys have seemed to work it out really well, and as far as the judges go, they've been doing a great job, not only setting the scale and dropping the scores, but also maintaining the four-man priority system.
All right, check this out. We do have in round number 4, this is the Freedom Fins round, which
Yep.
means Freedom Fins is throwing down an extra $1,000 cash to the guy who absolutely goes big in this round.
Awesome.
We have this heat and one more heat remaining, but thus far, as far as I know, it is Jones Russell's big invert in an earlier heat who is leading the charge for that 100 grand. So
Yeah.
again, these guys know that's at stake as well, but they also want to remain in that top 2 position to advance on.
Yeah, certainly. So we've had to tweak the format a little bit just to maintain clean conditions and try and get through the IBA Box Pro in the best of the conditions available. So it's a bit of a chunky raw ocean out there at the moment, but you can see conditions still nice and clean out there, and we've seen some really good scores dropping.
Waiting patiently out in the water in red, Ben Player in white, Magno Passos in yellow, Mitch Rollins, and in blue, Drew Innocent. So the priority, Drew is now at the bottom of the totem pole, I believe, just because of Ben Player saw Drew was just chilling out in the channel, probably talking to his buddies, and
Yeah.
then Ben came out paddling his butt off to get past Drew, to get into that peak area, and to get priority over Drew.
Yeah, obviously Ben's been around a long time, a very experienced competitor, and Drew Innocent, the young trialist that's made his way through. Ben saw a window and took it, so
Yeah.
he's sitting out there probably with third priority at this stage, and he is in third position. He's got an 8.37, a 4.38 and a 1.75, so Benny's chasing not too much. He just needs a 3.71 to move up into second. Drew Innocent opened with a 6.58, and Mitch Rawlins, he's got a 6.5 and a 6.25, so some good scores. I like the fact that the judges are really rewarding those one maneuver waves, so if the guys aren't sort of getting covered up on the takeoff, they are throwing big scores for the guys that are stepping up and, busting that big invert like we saw Jones Russell do earlier.
In this heat, in the white jersey, Magno Passos, the Brazilian, he is sitting on a 1-point score and a 5-point score. He's looking for a 3.09 for second place, the advancement spot. First and second place, advancing on to the quarterfinals. Third and fourth, that is the end of the road for those two guys. But Magno, still plenty of time, 16 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in this 30-minute heat. Tons of time for anybody to make a situation change. So now, with Bodyboard King interview, we have Shaggy with the winner of the last heat. Shaggy, where you at, brother?
Hey guys, I'm down here for the Bodyboard King post-heat interview with Dave Winchester, the winner of round 4 heat 2. Congratulations, Winnie. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was a pretty slow start, but yeah, as long as it's not raining, when the wind calms down, it just sort of goes nice and clean. So you just got to be really picky, really.
A few big lumpy sections out there. You hit a pretty heavy section on that roll, huh?
Yeah, I just took off and I just knew I hadn't had anything really that great at that time in the heat, so just took off and just went to the end and just went for it, and luckily came out with a bit of a seedy roll, but a good score.
And then you had a little consolation invert on the inside.
Oh yeah, I'm always trying to milk those 0.1s to try and beat Chatty.
Well, you beat Chad. Congratulations. You're into the quarterfinals. What do you think about the $1,000 up for grabs for the person who does the biggest move?
Yeah, probably should have been reading your Facebook updates, but yeah, it's a pretty sick prize. So I heard Jonesy's getting it so far. He'll be pretty stoked.
Well, congratulations. And if you guys want to buy one of Winnie's boards, go to bodyboardking.com. They're on sale there. Back to you guys.
And right there.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah, Shaggy hooking up his boys at Bodyboard King. Toby Player, Ben Player's brother, I'm sure is watching intently on this heat. His brother, Ben Player, currently in third place, seeking a 3.71 to get into that second place spot. Mitch Rollins and Drew Innocent, those guys are leading the charge. Magno still looking for a 3-point ride, which is totally possible out in these conditions.
Yeah, very achievable. You're right, Manny. And, you can see it's a busy little lineup. You got photographers, you got caddies out there. We got 3 jet skis buzzing around. So it's a little bit of a hype of activity on a pretty small and shallow patch of reef out there at the box. So stoked to be, broadcasting this event live from the southwest of WA. And for us, back-to-back international, competitions, but for us, a World Tour event here in WA doesn't get much more special than this.
Yes, you have the best riders in the world. You have some of the best. You do have the best judges in the world, and the production team able to broadcast it live. Now back to the action in red, dropping in. Looks like Ben Player finding a smaller inside. Nice barrel comes out. Mr. Lippy is saying hello. What do you want to do? And he pulls a roll off of that one out the back in blue. That is Drew Innocent.
Yeah, so nice little cover up. He's not able to bust through the doggy door on that one. So Drew in second position. His low score prior to that wave was a 1.50. So he's not looking for much to improve his situation. A big score needed to move up and overtake current heat leader Mitch Rawlins. But,
Yes, again, Justin, really quick. This is the Freedom Fins round. The person in this round who goes big and gets the biggest move, 1,000 Australian
Look at
dollars
that.
right there. Could it be Jones Russell? Terry McKenna is teasing Jones right now. This could be all yours. Out the back, the Brazilian in white, Magno Passos coming around the section, finds a section, but not much there. By the time he got there, the wave has been, decreased in size by 2 times, and not much there for Magno. Still plenty of time. He has to get back out there. Jones Russell right there with his hat in his hand, and he is the one leading the charge right now for the 4th round. Freedom Fins go big round. Could it be him?
I reckon it's great. It's a real cool innovation. So big shout out to Freedom Fins, and $1,000 for nailing something in your heat. You got to be stoked with that. So Jones Russell, he's probably got $100. Got his hand on $100 so far.
Yeah, if you can go out 5 times for dinner.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We're not that expensive, are we?
No, it is a beautiful town, Margaret River. There's a couple coffee shops down the road we've been visiting. And I know our boy Pete Moore cannot survive without his coffee, so he found out and scouted out the one place that opens the earliest.
Nice.
So he's front row center as soon as the doors open. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in Heat 23, round number 4. This is the IBA Box Pro, brought to you by Reflex Wetsuits, Freedom Fins, Bodyboard King, Slicks and Decks, and Riptide. Coming up next is Heat 24.
Ooh.
Ryan Hardy, Andrew Lester, and in yellow, Alex Uranga making his way down. And there he is, Andrew Lester.
Yeah, well,
Out the back.
Here we see Mitch Rawlins doesn't quite get the tube, but he's hunting this inside section.
Oh, my.
Look at that.
Can he pull that off? I had no idea. I was not expecting that,
No.
but Mitch Rollins just throwing it down. Big reverse spin off the top right there. I thought he was just going to just kick out.
Yeah, no, it looked like he'd sort of missed his opportunity out the back, but obviously the Freedom Fins Go Big round is $1,000 up for grabs, so we all know what Mitch was looking for then. A replay now, so nice bowly wave. You see him drop into this thing and sort of misses that first section, but here we go. And
Right there, boom.
ka-ching. So almost gets, well, does get it the full rotation. Can't maintain through the whitewash, unfortunately, there for Mitch. So we have had a little bit of a situation change as we see the Slicks and Decks water angle. That is the best seat in the house, I reckon, Manny.
Yes, Seamus Makem is behind the camera with Chris White on the driver's seat of that jet ski. You can see him right there with that big white tube holding the HD transmitter, and we're getting some great water footage from the Slicks and Decks camera angle. But where are we right now situated with 10 minutes and 50 seconds remaining?
Yeah, so it is yellow. Mitch Rawlings, the Australian, the West Australian, out in the front with a 6.25 and a 6.5. Ben Player in the red, his last score, a 4.08, has moved him up into second position. So, yeah, look at that rainbow just over Surfers Point. So we probably have a little bit of rain approaching us, but, you know, it's the Wild West. We're expecting these sort of conditions a little bit. So third position currently is blue, Drew Innocent. Drew's chasing just a 1.88 to go back into second, or a 6.17 to go into first. And Magno Passos, the Brazilian.
Oh, Drew! Oh, cannot turn that flip around. It was a big move on the inside, but cannot turn it around. Sorry to interrupt, but
No.
the live action just gets me crazy.
Nah, the live action's what it's all about. So a big thank you to everyone that has logged into ibaworldtour.com/live. We are live here from the box in southwest Western Australia, and we'll see the replay. So Drew Innocent, he made it through the trials, goes for the big old backflip there, sort of landed it and just got monstered by the whitewater.
Woo! A lot of action going down. So we have to get our breath a couple times, catch our breath a few times throughout the day, just because our eyes are just glued to the monitor, just like you watching from all over the world, and just seeing what these guys are doing out there is absolutely amazing. Again, conditions are not optimal, but the guys are out there. We do have some definitely competitive waves out there. Look at that, Drew Innocent out the back.
Yeah, nice little cover up. Gets the backflip, and we'll leave that one with the judges, whether he completed or not. But yeah, like I said earlier, Manny, it's we've really tried to pick the eyes out of the window as we see the profile there of Drew Innocent, 22 years old, and we've got live action. This is BP.
Oh,
big roll.
Nice.
Awesome angle there from the channel.
And he's still on that wave. Ben Player, and great camera angle from Seamus Makem and the Slicks and Decks water angle. And out the back, you can see a little bit more action standing by, waiting for the sets to roll in. I believe that is yellow and white. So currently in the water, 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. We are coming to you live from Margaret River, 2012 IBA Box Pro. And a shout out to our media partners, YouTube and IINet, for making this happen.
Yeah, certainly stoked. And for me, almost the matchup of the round coming up, Heat 24 of the next round, Ryan Hardy, Andrew Lester, Alex Uranga, and Jacob Romero. Really, really exciting. Got a bit of an international flavour to it as we see Ben Player kicking his way back into the lineup. He was in second position, looking to improve on a low score being a 4.08. So Ben Player, he's one hell of an experienced competitor. And you can see the Boyles and the Barneys just really sucking up there at the box. So quite an intimidating lineup. You know, you're quite a way out to sea, and you know, there's a lot of sort of reef and patches of shallowness out there that the guys have done very well avoiding. So time check, we have just on 7 minutes, and Drew Innocent in the blue has moved back into second position. So a 4.43, the second score there for Drew Innocent to go with his 6.58. It's bumped BP down into third position. He now requires a 6.63 or better. And I love that vision as well. The guys in the competitors area, you know, it's really good to see them all hanging out and supporting each other all day long. Here we see the Brazilian, the runner-up last year. Big roll there for Magno. And he pops through that. So I'm not sure of the score he needed prior to that, but the Brazilian, with 6.5 minutes on the clock, will want to be getting out there and locking something a little bit better than that in.
Once again, welcome everybody. We know you guys are watching, and we sent out something on our IBA World Tour Facebook page. Tell us your name and where you're watching from. And there's just too many names and too many places, but I will run down. Denmark, of all places, is tuning in. New Jersey, cool. Morocco, Uruguay, Chile, the UK, Miami. Israel is tuning in.
Nice.
Israel is tuning in. Costa Rica, San Diego, the Gold Coast, Grand Canary Islands. We know you're tuning in. New York, Oahu. Actually, a lot of guys from all the different islands are tuning in as well. So shout out to everybody who is tuning in live for the 2012 IBA Box Pro. Again, shout out to all our sponsors: Reflex Wetsuits, Freedom Fins, Bodyboard King, Slicks and Decks, and Riptide. Plus our media partners, YouTube and IINet. Whoa, taking a look and backing off of that one.
Yeah, the boys.
Serious, tough conditions.
Yeah, they all had a look at it. And, you know, with this four-man priority, you do not want to give your position away just for going for a second-rate wave. So all four guys had a look and decided the better of it. So with just over 5 minutes remaining, things...
Remember, this is the round number 4, the Freedom Fins round, where $1,000 will be dumped in the hands of the one rider in this round who has the biggest move, the best move, $1,000. And right now, Jones Russell is on that number 1 spot to take the $1,000 with that massive invert. Now we're going to take another look at the reflex replay of the last wave.
I'm
sorry, Jones Russell's wave.
Yeah, so this is the wave so far that has him out in the lead.
Massive.
Big old invert. So the Freedom Fins go big round. That was the move that has Jones Russell holding on to $1,000 so far. But I'm sure the guys in this heat, Ryan Hardy, Andrew Lester, Alex and Jacob in the next heat are going to do their very best to try and snavel that $1,000 off Jones.
You can tell not a lot of people are happy with him walking away with that $1,000.
Everyone will be going, your first shout at the pub tonight, Jones. No messing around.
Well, Riptide is actually covering the epic 6 months that Ewan has put together a sick video called 6 Months, which will be premiering tonight at the Recreational Center in Margaret River. And if you want to watch the coverage or see the coverage and photos and story behind it, check out the latest Riptide. So tonight in Margaret River, the premiere of 6 Months going down. If you haven't seen it so far, get there early. 6 p.m. is when the doors open. Here we are, 33 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Where are we at?
Yeah, so currently first is yellow Mitch Rawlins, a 6.5 and a 6.25.
Oh, taking a look.
And yeah, the guys have a close little look at that one, deciding not to go. So currently second is Ben Player, a 6.95 for the last of red has put him back up into second position.
Oh.
Drew Innocent now in third. So blue, you require a 4.67 to go to second or a 6.17 to go into first. And at this stage, last year's runner-up, Magno Passos from Brazil, he's chasing what is a pretty decent score as we see Drew Innocent. Nice little maneuver there. Cannot stick it.
Oh, no. The bolts are coming loose on the young Grom, 17-year-old. Actually, the Drew Innocent, who was leading a good charge, but now he's trying to a little shaky towards the end of this heat. 2 minutes remaining. Now he's at the bottom of the priority list. He's not chasing a massive score of 4.76, but he can't be catching these smaller ones and not producing those numbers.
Yeah.
So That's it. Magno Passos, the Brazilian in
Yep.
the white jersey. He also is not looking for a super high scoring wave of 5.86.
Very
and
achievable.
It would be just gut wrenching if he could not make it out of this heat. He is the runner up from last year's event, coming in right behind Ryan Hardy. So to see him get knocked out, we've already seen a few guys get knocked out. PLC, Pierre Louis Costa, your 2011
Yep.
World Championship, and Jeff Hubbard as well. Out the back, Magno Passos.
Here we go. This is, big old ARS there. So he's popped out of that. So it's going to be an important score for White. So with under a minute remaining, White is going to paddle back out. Hopefully that last wave enough for him as we see yellow. This is the heat leader, Mitch Rawlins.
Oh,
Big old invert there for Mitch. He knows he's in first position and is going, hey, Freedom Fins go big round. Might as well throw my hat in the ring as well.
exactly. $1,000 up for grabs from the Freedom Fins guys. And yes, we do have a first place trophy in our hands. It's actually on the table, so if we lose it, I'll show you in a second. Let's take another look at the reflex replay. Big extended and tweaked out invert right there from Mitch Rawlins.
Yeah, love the body talk on that one. He was, really stretching hard with the board, and it looked impressive from where I was sitting. So I'd like to see the score once it drops in. He's in first position, so he'll be feeling confident. So great to see some local West Australians in the mix here at the Box Pro. As blue, Drew Innocent. Oh,
Can he
just
come out of that with the spit?
Nah, just gets pinched, unfortunately. So he's down in third position. Some important scores to drop in, guys. And, like I said, the last heat of this round is going to be pretty crucial too.
It could be that. It could be the end of that heat. We're looking at our time score right now, and it has stopped ticking. So as of right now, waiting for the last few scores to drop, Mitch Rawlins will be taking the lead. Bent Player in second. Drew Innocent in third. Magno Passos in fourth. Once again, stand by for the official results. As you can see on your screen, there are one wave, Drew Innocent's last wave, but I don't think that's going to be enough to make a difference in the situation. So Mitch Rawlins and Bent Player will advance on to the quarterfinals. Look at the slicks and decks water angle. Look how sharp and clear that looks.
Yeah, it looks nice and clean. You can see the face of the waves, not too bumpy or lumpy just yet. So we're confident we can try and push through the next few rounds in clean conditions. As we see Jacob Romero, looks like we have bounced down with the final heat of this round. So I'm going to step on out. Thank you very much, Manny. It's always a pleasure being here, and I'm not sure who's on the hot seat now. It looks like...
Whoa. Sorry, Justin, look at this. Out the back, we're starting off round number 4, heat number 4, with Ryan Hardy, I believe, in the red jersey on a big one, tucks in and just gets shut down. That was a massive one. We're going to hopefully see that on the replay. Just a big, massive bottom turn. And Justin, once again, thank you, brother.
Yeah, no worries, Manny.
All right, coming into the hot seat is Mr. Kingy, or Jeff Hubbard. Sorry, I didn't even see you behind me. And look at another look at Ryan Hardy. Ryan Hardy coming around that section, one tuck in, and look at that, just big old section in front of him. Just puts his head down and starts to drive his train through that, but cannot come out at that end bowl right there. So right now it is Jeff Hubbard, and believe it or not, I will take a short little break too, and cross my fingers these guys can hold it down. Jeff Hubbard and Damian King.
Yeah, we'll hold it down for you, Manny. Roger that. So we're looking at Ryan Hardy. He's the previous champion here at the box. He's looking at the last day here, his hometown. He's pumping box. He's psyched. I think he's going to be pretty amped out there just to go out there and just dominate the field and try and bring home that trophy again. So, yeah, he's looking pretty good. That first wave, he didn't quite make it out, it looked like, but he gave it a really good go. It was pretty deep, and that's what he's going to be looking for all day out there. So we got reflex replays, hopefully giving us another look at that deep barrel by Ryan, since we don't have any